Welcome back to another garden steal away at home. We've done a few of these, like when I bought all those tulips. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey guys, so today on Garden Steal Away we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to plant some bulbs because I picked up 275 bulbs the other day. My wife thinks I'm absolutely nuts.
75 are going to fit in here, honey?
Well, I didn't figure 275 would fit right here totally, but I figured we would just load it up so that it was just thick.
Oh, well, they're supposed to be pretty much 6 inches apart, 4 to 6 inches apart.
That's not something I knew.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Marnie has been waiting patiently to open the package of seeds that she got in the mail. Mm-hmm. She's going to talk through some of those seeds as well as some of the seeds that she has gotten at Seed Savers. Mm-hmm. And where else? Baker's
Creek Seeds in Missouri. We got to actually go visit there personally, but it was really hot and we were kind of tired that day, so we didn't record anything.
Yep.
But it'd be nice to go back there because it's a really fun place.
So stay tuned, and she's going to walk you through all the fun stuff she's got to plant this spring.
We are Steve and Marnie. This last summer we were scheduled to take a 10-week sabbatical in the UK and Germany. The challenges of 2020 forced us to find other ways of resting and fighting for joy. Our new endeavor is to find and film the best gardens we can find in the US.
I have never personally liked gardening, and yet I have found some of my favorite moments in life have been sitting quietly in a garden with my wife. It's great for our relationship, and it's good for our sanity.
We would really appreciate you clicking on the YouTube subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell to not miss any upcoming episodes.
This spring. Right now, it is the beginning of February. Next time, we'll be back in Florida for one of our other episodes of Walking Through Gardens. Mm-hmm. But today we thought we'd do a little seed adventure. Mm-hmm. Woo!
Got a dream, got a plan.
You've been waiting a whole week.
Yeah, we've been home a week and we haven't been able to get to this, so I am excited to start looking at my seeds and introduce my new seeds to my old seeds because, you know, they need to start getting along. So
Cross-pollinate?
No. So I was given a lovely Christmas gift that I asked for. It was on my list of a gift certificate to Seed Savers. I had the joy and the pain of having to try and dwindle down my list of what I was going to order from Seed Savers. So first thing I did was I did an inventory of my current seeds because I didn't want to buy things that I already had, and I wanted to really be strategic and identify what I need because we have a pretty small yard in town with a limited amount of sun. So I really wanted to think about what I was really hoping to have this year. So I kind of went through and I looked at what I had and I grouped it in different areas and I looked at the numbers. So, and then I made a plan. So,
unlike me when I see a sale on tulips and buy 275 bulbs.
Yeah, you're a little more impulsive.
She's a little bit more of a planner.
Yeah, I mean, impulsivity is really fun, and you know, it's like shopping for purses or shoes. You know, you emotionally connect with something, and then it has to come home with you. So there's room for that. I certainly do that.
I have never emotionally connected with a purse.
No, haven't you?
No, well, I haven't.
You're young yet. But I wanted to be intentional, and so I've been just trying to figure out what do I want for long-term storage? What do I want for fresh eating, like standing right in the garden and eating peas right out of the shell? You know, that kind of thing. What do I want to ferment? I've been starting to learn how to ferment food. And I love flowers and I love fragrance. So this is what I've come up with. And now we get to open them today. Oh my, this is hard. That might not work. Here, I might just have to open them. All right, so this is what I've ordered. Some of the things that I knew that I wanted to get a more broad variety of herbs. And herbs can be really expensive when you buy the little seedlings. in the stores. So you have greater variety when you choose from a catalog. You really do. A lot of times that the nurseries even or the stores around you will have a lot of the same thing, very limited variety and style. And for example, we were at some gardens and we saw some Thai basil. It's more pungent and it's colorful and it's beautiful, and Steve was definitely wanting some of that.
Well, we just had an incredible meal with some friends,
Mm-hmm.
and she is Thai, and she had Thai basil for our spring rolls, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, it's definitely got a unique flavor, and it's got beautiful purple flowers. So some people grow them just for the ornamental reason. Thyme is just such a good basic one, and dill. I'm definitely going to get into more pickling and things this year, but I also love the fern leaf dill that's got the feathery fronds, and I use a lot of dried dill. Giant Italian parsley. I've been reading about how healthy parsley is, and I've been actually starting to add it into different recipes that I already normally do, and I'm realizing how much more flavor you get when you add a lot of fresh parsley to it. So I'm wanting to do that. And this globe basil, I first did this about 15 years ago. They grow in little spheres, and they're just so beautiful. So it's an ornamental factor as well. And then calendula, I've been reading about how healthful it is, so I thought I might try and play with that. People will make tinctures or add it into lotions and soaps and things like that. And I think you can do teas and stuff. And I've been wanting to do more dried beans because essentially you plant it, you make sure it's watered sufficiently, and you leave it, and then they dry, and then you have beans to store. And these look like little whales, aren't they so cute?
Calypso?
Yeah, these little black and white. And I picked a green tomato because we already have a yellow tomato, a purple Cherokee tomato, red tomatoes, and I guess our favorite thing from the garden in the summer is fresh tomato.
Okay, I love the Cherokee purples, and I've had fried green tomatoes. I just thought green tomatoes were green tomatoes because they were not ripe. But you're saying this is going to be a tomato that will ripen and be green.
Ripens green. So fried green tomatoes are using tomatoes that can't come to fruition, that don't ripen. And so people will make tomato jam and tomato pie and fried green tomatoes, and those are the unripe. But these are, green to be completed. And so I'm just imagining the beautiful plates of the multicolored heirloom tomatoes. So I used to shop the catalogs looking only at the flower, color, and style. And then I would often end up with some very similar height annual flowers with some pretty flowers, but maybe they didn't last very long or there wasn't variety. And I'm realizing that you need height and you need drama and you need perennials and annuals. And so I got a Mexican torch sunflower. I have some other things here too that just offer some height and some drama and some things that you can actually, make bouquets out of. So that was something fun I haven't done. And this I got for fermenting. It's a daikon radish. I've been taking some fermenting classes and getting some books, and have just been realizing how much we love that, and it's very good for your health.
Well, and a lot of the Korean dishes that we do, right? You get the pickled radish. And
a lot of Asian dishes, you'll go to a Korean restaurant and they'll set the table full of little dishes of pickles, and a lot of them are radishes, different types and done different ways, and they're very lovely. A white onion that is good for keeping, and this beautiful lima bean that's called Christmas lima, and it's purple and white, big and beautiful, and they're just beautiful in a jar, let alone to cook up and add to a meal. So these are my new ones. You definitely want to have fun in the garden because there's a lot of work involved, and you don't want to do it just for survival. You want to do it for the enjoyment of, you want to have the fragrance, and you want to draw the bees and the butterflies and have some beauty around you. So. And
Jess from Roots and Refuge was just talking on one of the episodes that they did about making sure that there's some beauty in the garden, so that garden isn't only about work.
Yeah, because it's a lot of, hauling water on a hot day, or when your day is filled up with a lot of things and you need to go out and take care of some things, you don't want it to just be discouraging, or when the rabbits eat your favorite vegetable, or the bugs are getting in everything. Like, remember to find joy in it as well, and not just do all the hard work and then stay inside in the air conditioning and never really enjoy what God is doing out in your garden. So Okay, and then an herb that I had never heard of around here is lavage. It can get 3 to even upwards to 6 feet tall and 3 foot wide, and it's an herb with a flavor along the lines of a celery.
Well, I do see a package there that I wanted you to get because one of the things I love is Coleus.
Ah, yes.
And I'd love to fill my whole front yard with them, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love that? The whole front yard in Coleus? I don't think he realizes how many seeds it would take to start. He wanted me to do the whole front yard in red Coleus, and that would be a lot of work. You'd have to have a greenhouse full of them.
Yeah, when we went to the Biltmore Estate, they had a beautiful area in their rose garden where it was filled up with red Coleus. And Steve's like, let's just plant the whole front yard in red Coleus.
Yeah, and then the Dixon Gardens in Memphis as well. Those had that big around the whole fountain area of Coleus.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, but how many thousands of plants you would need to be able to fill in a smallish amount of space, and I have other things I want to get to.
Yes.
And I just have to try them. They may not succeed at all, but strawberries from seed, and they're an alpine, which means that they are smaller and they're more oblong, and they are supposed to have amazing flavors. So, and these don't have runners. You divide them every so many years. So I'm excited to try them. I just have to think about where to plant them and how to keep them away from the bunnies.
So,
Hey, it's sowing seeds, so I can say so as much as I want.
I don't know why it is, but from Minnesota we say so all the time, and I'm trying to stop it as well.
He's trying to stop me too.
Yeah, anyway, why don't you show me some of your favorites? You know what? I see these right here, actually.